morning, everybody. Welcome to a special episode of the CodeRushed show. Today we are going to start, this is part one of blowing stuff up remotely from the chat room.
Woohoo!
Rory is with me. Rory, how are you doing, buddy?
I was doing well, and then I heard what we're doing, and I thought, yeah,
Yeah, that is,
even more so,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Jeff Fritz just tweeted, the pyrotechnics are coming today. So, yeah, it's now I should also clarify, I have yet to get a sanction to get this authorized from my better half. Karen Mangicotti, my wife, who's also known in the chat room as sex positive, sometimes you see her out here. We don't have full permission yet to do this. However, today we're not going to actually blow anything up. She's like, fireworks in the bedroom, fire in the bedroom, no, no, no. And that's the essence of what I'm hearing. And, but I'm like, we're having conversations, we're doing meditation. I'm hoping that by the time we get this thing going, we'll be able to actually blow stuff up. So,
Well, you see, it's a good idea to do it that way around, because if we do the other way around, right, you get permission like now, and then we spend however long it is to get it running. You might change your mind in the intervening time.
yeah,
So to have it ready,
that's
just for
what I
that,
do.
half a second of yes,
Yeah.
that'll be good.
Then I can use that logical fallacy where I've invested so much time in something to then persuade someone to let me do it,
Yeah.
right? Oh, but I've been working so hard, right? That's going to work. I really shouldn't reveal my negotiation techniques here on the show.
Possibly not.
Just thinking.
Yeah.
We were also, by the way, we were talking about, I'm just trying to find it, my tweet from earlier today. We were talking about homeschooling just a moment ago.
Yeah.
And I don't
Mark
even
put out a puzzle, the mathematical puzzle that he's given his kids, apparently.
Yeah, I guess I don't. I thought I had a something up in my.
I had it pretty recently. Hang on.
I just have a lot of things blocking it right here. What can I do to get to it quickly?
Put it out for the chat room. Hang on, I got a copy here.
You got it sticking in the chat room? Perfect.
There's the chat room.
Perfect. Thanks, Rory. That's why you're
That's
here.
the tweet put out there.
This is why Rory is
Do
making
they
the.
get an awesome prize for getting into this?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to, let me bring this over to the other monitor here. Let me switch to the other view so you can see it. That's it right there. That was, I sent that out to my kids. My kids did that. You can see a little bit more down here. So this is all the information you need. The challenge is, what's the area of this rectangle right here? And so I'm homeschooling the kids. Just realized that I'm like blocking part of that. Let's move this off to the side. Here, let's do that right there. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Let's put this over here. And we can just leave that there like that. Okay, so there it is right there. So that's...
Yes, we've got a bunch of geometrical shapes and pieces of information associated with them. And as you say, the challenge is, what's the area of that large rectangle?
Yeah, and so you need to know the formulas for circumferences and areas of circles, areas of triangles, and you need to know Pythagorean's theorem, and you need know how to isolate variables to get from the clues that are down here at the bottom to work your way up to figure out what this value is and this value is.
I got to say, I took one look at this puzzle and I had to stop work and just play with this.
Well, good. I'm glad that you had fun with that. So the answer is going to be a 3-digit number that you can pop in right there. I will give you a hint. The units are in meters squared. If you want to run that, the first one who puts the correct answer in the chat room, I'll give you a copy of CodeRushed today. Because I'm feeling, so awesome. Rory's disqualified because he already figured it out. So, well, you can work on that if you're interested in that. Over the weekend, as usual, I can't get my head out of this, this Dungeons and Dragons kind of app that we've been building on the show during our regularly scheduled broadcasts. And these rules are complex, and as a result, they have a lot of UI that is also similarly complex. Here's just a portion of the attack builder right here in terms of, show it the UI that reflects the rules of Dungeons and Dragons. So for example, I can create an attack and can be these different kinds. It can have a reach or a range, a max range, all these different options right here. Recharge odds are in here. I can add conditions. I can have filtered conditions. These in themselves are also complex with their own UI pages. Save damages save damages are the damages you get if you roll your saving throw correctly. And if you don't, then these are the full damages that you get over here. This is your saving throw data, all of this stuff. By the way, as usual, I want to say thanks again to Will Bennett. Will Bennett sent me an email with basically some clues as to how to get this just by coming in here like this right here, by creating a check enum list right here. And this has a property called items in there as well, and it's going to have an observable collection of check enum view model, and the check enum view model looks like this. It's got an isChecked property, and off of that, I built a radio enum list so I could get radio buttons based on an enum. So basically, what these do is I have an enum out here. That is this enum has got these elements in it, and it's just going out there and filling up these values. All of these are powered.
That is so much better than manually assembling that
yeah,
stuff.
this is powered by an enum. This is powered by an enum, and the way I get these non-enum like values in it is from Brian Lagunis's blog post that was out there. Which I don't think I have a link to right now, but I can kind of quickly come out here. Let's show you. I just want to show you this. The recharge odds, that's right here. So we're just using the description attribute right there, and we're using the enum description type converter there. So it's going to take that 0 and 6 value and convert it to this string when we put it out there. So Will Bennett asked, do you mean Mr. 500? And that's a reference to Brian Lagunis? I don't know what that is right there. Looks like I am not running the stuff here. Let's go ahead and start this up, and we'll run that.
He's probably referring to you, Mark, because your number of followers is now in excess of 500.
That's right. I am Mr. 507 right now. So we broke through 500 followers. And I said, okay, we'll start this elusive show I was talking about building some explosives to remotely detonate from the chat room. Now, since this is in my home, and actually the explosives are going to be about 8 to 9, maybe about 10 inches from my face. They're going to be right here. They're not going to be, dangerous explosives. They're going to be staged like shows. Okay.
Fair enough.
By the way, I just started up. So I just noticed that Will Bennett typed in awesome, and I want to refresh this. So let me switch over to this view, come back over here. We're going to reload the overlays. And now Hugo Dahl says 507, only 7 away from one of the most awesome area codes. Will Bennett says, oh, how quickly they forgot I was the 500th. That's right. He unsubscribed and then resubscribed to bump me, to get me to 500. He saw it approaching and he was like, well, I'm not following. It was, he unfollowed.
I'm having that accolade. That's mine, he says.
Yeah, and then he refollowed to become Mr. 500, which is, of course, fitting because, as we all know,
Will Bennett rocks.
He rocks, absolutely.
Does indeed.
Hugo Dahl is out there, and as we also know,
Hugo rocks.
Hugo rocks as well. So we're happy to have both you guys out there. You guys are always,
Good to see you guys.
always helping us out. Okay, let me just check and see. So here's our app. I just want to make sure we got something. Can you type in like a bang ah or a bang mark command out in the chat room out there? And let's see, we're doing it. Nothing is happening.
Nothing.
Why? It could be because I was on the wrong screen here and it wasn't, I was on it because we'd switch over to the other ones. Give it a second. There's C# Fritz out there. Let's see if, are we loading these up or not? Looks like my overlays may not be. I'm not getting a sign that they're loading up. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
Not too big of a deal because we're not really going to do heavy overlay stuff. I just need you to look at the chat room. Let's
Yep.
get into the cool stuff anyway. All right, so we'll jump right into that. The cool stuff, you get a new camera today, kids. Here's the camera view right here. Looks like, are we going to be able,
Swag.
yeah, you're going to have to look over at the stream on that,
Please.
Rory. Are you
No,
seeing
I
it?
got that. I
Okay.
am. We've got a very short delay on the stream at the moment, so that's pretty good.
That's excellent news there, Rory. So
Toys
Rory's going to
is
see this.
basically the caption for
So
this.
yeah, this is the PyroCam. So let's talk about what I've got out here, right? What my plan is and how we're going to be blowing stuff up. So that's kind of what's going on. This, by the way, is my chat monitor right here that you're seeing. So this is all to my right. I'm looking at it right now. If I lean over to it, I'm going to just move my camera a bit so that as I lean to it, I won't like disappear and go out of frame. So I basically put up the things that I think I'm going to need to make this work. One piece that I'm missing, I just realized I don't have her on the desk, but it's the actual explosive flash paper that is used by magicians and for stage effects. It's paper that burns clean, burns fast. It's a bright orange, yellow, amber flame, and there's no ash left afterwards, and no smell. So you essentially, it just, you light the bottom and drop it, and it just burns in place, and it's gone before it drops and hits the ground. So it's a beautiful effect. So yeah, blow up if you don't get electrocuted first. Yeah, all kinds of dangers. By the way, I want to point out, do you see that right there? That is a live hot soldering iron on my plastic desk. My plastic desk moves. It's my moving plastic desk that's all over. Roy, can you find my blog post on that and put a post in the
I can indeed.
yeah. Search for Ultimate Walking Desk, by the way, and find that. So, okay, so let's see what we've got. I've got some tools. I've got
I got it.
I got a soldering iron. There's the walking desk right there, so you can see pictures of what I've got and what I'm sitting at right now. So yeah, I have hot soldering iron on a movable plastic desk. There's all kinds of risk involved here, and we haven't even started. I've got some wire strippers. I've got some needle nose pliers. I've got some clippers right here. I have these bottoms from a votive candle. And I selected these because they were about the right size for the container I want, and they were lightweight. I want them lightweight because I'm going to put all of these explosive pieces on this right here. This is going to be coming out of right next to my camera. Here, I'm going to move over to the other camera. I'll move this so you can see the one right in front of me right here. It's going to be coming right out from here like this. It's flexible, allows me to put the essentially we're creating flash pots right underneath the camera. 1, 2, 3, 4 as they come out approaching towards my face, right? Also, it's kind of cool in that it's got a light at the end, an LED. And so I can use this LED to give me an indication that power is on, right? I might be able to play with that and that, don't lean forward if, we're ready to blow things up. That would be bad, right? Do we agree that that would be bad?
So we've got fire, we've got intense heat, we've got electrical equipment, we've got moving desks.
Yeah.
We've got flexible cables for mounting everything. I mean, I agree with Hugo Dahl. I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
I love it. I don't see how anything could go wrong here. I know. And don't forget, it's remote control from the chat room. I don't determine when these go off. The chat room will. We're not going to get all this done in one day. I think we might be able to get it done in 3 days, though. We'll see. Let me show you the other pieces I've got, the equipment here. So I talked about the tools. Let's go from maybe boring to most dangerous. So this right here, and I'm just opening stuff up. I ordered this stuff. I usually, we do this kind of disclaimer here.
Disclaimer! Mark doesn't know Jack!
That's my disclaimer. I am starting, I have no idea. I've never done this before. Have no idea how we're going to end this thing. So I'm going to, by the way, so we're going to put our inside of these right here, we're going to put our detonator, basically create a detonator. A detonator is something that we're going to be electronically be able to heat up really fast. That's what we're going to do. Now this unfortunately conducts electricity. I have a solution for this. I'll show you that in a second though. Because it's, again, you don't really want your detonator container to conduct electricity. So we'll take care of that. Will Bennett, this is going to turn into South Park. Oh my God, they killed Mark. Yeah, maybe. All right, so,
when the stream goes extremely quiet and there's like, smoke and bodies and...
Yeah. Everybody's like, it was really fun until Mark disappeared right there. All right, I'm trying to now open this up. So this is just a power supply right here. On the side, let's see, its output voltage is 12 volts at about 6 amps, which is, like, based on my calculations, kind of what I need. Rory, by the way, do this for me. Look up nichrome wire, nichrome, Nichrome wire, and I'm looking for the amount of current, and I'm looking for a table that shows me amount of current, how hot it's going to get, and also with the resistance of the nichrome wire. Those are the 3 pieces I need. Yeah, no planning, kids. There's been no planning on this at all. We are starting from scratch. All right, so we've got a power supply right there. We're probably gonna, have to cut into this and make this thing fit. I need this power supply. This is like Christmas, isn't it, kids? Look at this baby, unopened right here. All right, let's open this up.
Full unboxing of the danger things.
This is my favorite. This is like my favorite. This is the life I want to live. danger and no prep all the time. That's what I want. They're going to be like, well, he really liked that no prep thing, maybe too much. Uh-oh, bad news is this looks totally sealed, and I think I have some clippers. I have no scissors on board the moving desk, but we'll cut with these. And let's open this up and take a look at this. Oh, doesn't this look exciting? Oh my goodness. All right, some stuff is falling, but take a look at, oh, that's blue. You won't be able to see it there. We'll bring it over here instead. There we go. Look at that beauty right there. This is an 8-channel USB relay. Is that exciting or what? Uh-oh, I need one of those, and I don't think I have one within reach. I think we won't be able to plug it in. And now I'm thinking I should have opened everything up before I started. Yeah, I think this cable is not within reach. I have one in the closet. I might have to step down. We'll maybe get the drone game going if I do have to leave.
Last time I saw one of those, it was attached to a printer.
Oh, yeah?
A very old, non-wireless one. Yeah.
Well, it's cool.
It's the USB type that tends to go into that, I think.
So I've got 8 relays, remote control from the computer. I'm gonna need something there. This thing is what? What is this thing? Maybe some things dropped. Didn't see a data spec sheet on this thing. I want to see what is the brand name so I can look up the driver for this thing. I'm not seeing it anywhere on here. So we'll have to look up the driver for that. Now I'm sad. Sad. Okay, I think it's on one of the pieces that dropped. I'm going to have to step down and we're going to have to get a couple other things. Let me just show you the rest of what I've got. So the relays are going to go to the detonators, right? And we're going to have a program that's running that's looking for stuff from the chat room, or actually maybe as tests initially from commands from the chat room. So you'll be able to type in a command and flip a relay like that. No big deal, right? But then I want to tie it in to our drone game, where you're flying around with drones, dropping meteors. You can throw meteors around. And I want to set up like a game of skill where I am at the bottom and maybe protected by walls to set up the game of skill. C# Fred says, I love streams that prominently feature the word detonator. That's what I'm talking about, right? I feel like if I was partnering with C# Fritz, that he would say, go for it. He would say, go for it. I trust you, Mark, not to blow things up.
I challenge you to find a single person in the chat room who doesn't think this is an amazingly good idea.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I have these ideas all the time, Rory. It's just, there's just, no TV crew. All right. So, okay, so we've got and the last piece of kind of cool, dangerous stuff is this stuff right here. And this is nichrome wire. Maybe I'll bring it to this camera right here. Can we see that? Oh, it's reversed, sorry. But this is nichrome wire, 24 gauge. It says nichrome 90, and I think that might be the resistance right there. But basically, this stuff gets incredibly hot. In fact, if this thing is in my hands while the relay switches goes, I'm going to get a serious burn, right? It goes to like 400 degrees centigrade in like, a second, something like that. That's my take on that. Mark is blowing up the fourth wall. All right, so those are our pieces right there. Now, I think what I'm going to have to do is so the next question is, what do we do next? Well, wait, there's one thing we can do here without me stepping down. I'll show you one more thing I got. I went out this morning. By the way, my wife's an artist, and I went to her and I said, hey, can I borrow some clay? And she's like, oh, yeah, sure. What are you using it for? I'm like, well, I'm going to make it. I need something that can take a really high temperature and not conduct electricity. And she's like, no, you can't have my clay. So I had to go out this morning and buy a brand new package of clay just because I needed a little bit for this right here.
Is not stupid.
She is not.
Not stupid.
So I'm saying she's warming up to the idea, but not entirely on board yet. Right? She's not entirely on board. Will, I think nothing is going to work for you, Will, because I'm in this view, and I don't think this view has. Does this view have the overlay on it? It does not. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm going to switch back to the main view, grab the drone game. I'm going to copy that. I'm just doing this in OBS right now. Switching back over into the desk cam, come in here and paste that reference. Now the drone game is in. Let's see if it loads up by chance. I'm not sure if it's going to load or not. I'm not seeing an indication that's going to load. Let me just double check and come in here and refresh the cache of the current page. See if that helps at all. Nope, it does not appear to be working. Drone overlay may not be working. This says it's running. There's one other thing I can maybe check. Oh, wait, hold on. Not there. I'm not seeing. Oh, I know why. Hold on. I know why it's not working. Let me shut down. Let me give you this view right here, and we'll invoke this. The reason it's not working is because I hit start and forgot that it was only the WPF app that we were starting up. What I want to do is come in here. Right click on there, set startup projects. This happens because I was working on the WPF project, so I was like, oh, I want to just get that because it takes so much less time. But now we're going to come in here and we're going to say, let's get everything. So we're going to start this. We need to get Mr. Announcer Bot, and we need to get the overlay manager. Get all three of those. Now come in and try. Before I do that, let's shut down every instance of Chrome because it's finicky about that and needs them all cleared. All right. And things are starting up. We should see something soon. RPJ92 says, love WPF. Yeah, I love it. I actually was working on something, I think, over the weekend. I got to a Stack Overflow page, and it said, WPF is amazing because it makes the incredibly impossible easy, and the easy almost incredibly possible is what the quote was. And I was like, oh yeah, I've had that problem. Part of the problem is there's a discoverability challenge that you sometimes run into where you're like, wait, what? And you have to go out to Stack Overflow to get the answer, that sort of thing. All right, so let's go into, looks like some things have changed here. Let's go over to this camera. Looks like I'm loading up. And if I load up, there we go. Okay, so we got the games. Let me just take the ads piece here and move it off to the side a little bit. We'll do it like maybe right there. And then now we've got that going, and it's not fully loaded yet. But and I don't think Test Blood is going to work because I only have Drone Game on this level here. I don't have the other pieces. I can go grab the other one though. Now that I think about it, now that we're talking about it, let's see. Drone's not working yet because we're not going to load it up. It's still loading up. This is the first time in it, so it takes a while to load it up. Let's do this. Let's get us a drink of water.
So in the meantime, Mark, we did find you a link to the Nichrome page. Funnily enough, just the basic Nichrome page on Wikipedia, which lists quite a lot of tables of information, such as the resistance, the temperature characteristics with certain lengths of wire, with certain quantities in terms of its diameter, I believe. So there should be somewhere in that the information that you're looking for. I think.
Yeah. So these are gonna be short. And so I think that part of the trick in this, okay, now we're loaded. Drone should work now. See if that works for you, Rory. There you go. Okay, cool. So we've got drones flying now. And I just realized I've got coins right up here covering up the important stuff in this particular view. Normally I'm over in this range here. Oh, well. Maybe if you could clean up these coins down here, Rory. Oh, looks like blood did work. So blood is on this overlay, but it's not on the other ones. I think
Awesome!
just switched over. Let's see if so Dragonfront overlay is on this page here, but it looks like it's not loading, which means
Hugo Raw!
Oops, sorry about that. Back over here to Drone Game. Oh, I do have the overlay bot here, and I have the Dragonfront overlay. I do have it. So everything should work on this page now that I'm looking at it. So drone is not working now because I just came back and it's reloading. I went to a page where it didn't have it. Now I'm back. So we're going to wait for that to load again, but it should be less time. Okay. Let's see what we got here. All right. So I'm going to need to step down, I think. The thing I want to do, though, is I basically want to create these walls around me. I want to create a game where there are walls around me. And if you manage to bounce the meteor in the right way so it hits right where I am in the virtual game, then in front of the camera, that a pot will blow. And it'll just go poof. By the way, also, when one blows, I got to make sure the others don't. I think I got that under control, though. I think. All right, let's talk about what we're going to do with these, because this is going to take like a day at least anyway. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put clay inside of the bottom of this. And I am going to also, so that's a meteor that just dropped right there. You just saw one drop down there. I'm going to also drill holes through it to feed the wires up. That's my vision. So I'm going to drill 2 holes. The wires are going to come up like this, and then I'm going to have the nichrome wire across it. If I do all this right, and there are no mistakes in the software, then that nichrome wire will be reusable. I'll just lay the flash paper, I'll fold it up, lay it over it, the amount I want to blow up.
Okay.
Put them up there. Flip a switch to arm the whole thing, because I obviously don't want it armed. I don't want people, surprising me. This is the other thing. It relies on me, Rory, not screwing up to keep me safe, right? Isn't this crazy?
Well,
All
it's
right.
a good thing it doesn't rely on me.
Yeah, I know. You're right, because Rory's got his own thing going there. How many coins do you have, Rory?
Some.
This is why Rory does the
I'm
show.
sneaking ahead of Will.
Oh, really? I didn't know Will had more.
Trying to.
So I did not realize this, did not plan for this, but this is actually messy stuff. So you can see me right here. I've got the clay. I'm just going to mold that clay, and I'm going to put it inside of these, of each one of these. And I'm just, because I like the lightweight structure of it, but I want to make sure that it's both, it's got some insulating properties, and because I don't want the nichrome wire shorted in any way or risk of that. And it also is, it's resistant to heat. So that's kind of what I'm doing. And then my plan is to go figure out how long I got to bake this in the oven, stick it in the oven and bake it until it's dry. And then I'm going to drill 2 holes through it. So I'll probably...
Does the clay either swell or shrink when it's cooked?
Oh, Jesus. I don't know. Why would you ask that question now, Rory?
Well, if it shrinks slightly, there's no big issue, I guess. It'll still, work quite well. But if it grows, it might, break the container slightly. I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, we'll see what happens. I think these containers are flexible enough, and maybe I'm going to, I might do something as well to help.
The chat room's all over it. Apparently the clay shrinks, but only marginally.
All right, excellent.
There's a Hugo and a Pariaxon.
Perixan. All right, great to have you with us. All right, so we're going to play with this. And I'm just getting the edges up here all the way around, getting kind of a thin layer. This layering is between like about a 1/16 of an inch to maybe an 1/8 of an inch all the way around the inside. Cool. And by the way, I can't tell you how relieved I am that my wife took the kids out and I can speak freely to everyone, and that she's not in the chat room right now. So, all right, here we go.
I guess it's kind of obvious that this is usually the case, in that there is coding going on and you can follow along from home if you really want to, and that's great. More so than ever before, it's kind of like a kids' TV show. So this is how we're going to build the explosives. And here we see you molding the containers, and we're going to see you fitting the things together.
All right, so
like
kids,
an instructional guide on how
the C4. It's important to be very gentle with it, kids. The C4. Yeah, it's so funny. Like I'm totally painfully aware that my tweets, when I say things like "I'm going to teach you how to remotely detonate today," right? That I am painfully aware that NSA is watching right now.
Waves high to the FBI and stuff like that. Yeah.
And then already, from all of my tweets I've ever done, NSA's all over my ass. Anyway, I'm sorry, shouldn't have said that word. But they're all over me because I used to do things like, remember when they had all the leaks and I would be like, hey, I put out a hoax tweet that said, hey, if you put this hashtag in your tweets, NSA will ignore it. And if there was ever something that was like, hey, NSA, look at me, it's like that plus this.
Some more attention that
day. Yeah.
That's what it was.
All right, so I'm feeling really good about this right now. I have not added a lot of weight to it, so I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about that. Nice, Will. Will comes in, painting up the screen. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about that. So that's kind of what it looks like here. I'll bring it to this camera too, so you can see it. It feels good to me. It's not too heavy. It's definitely not as light as it was before, but I feel confident that that this is going to be able to hold it at the length, at the distance out from the camera that we're going to have. So I'm going to have one here, one there, and one there. That's what I'm going to do. So it shrinks a little bit. That's great news. I think the flexibility of the tin is going to of the tin container is going to work out really well. What do we think, Rory? What do you think in terms of excitement? Should I know it's probably not exciting for me to do another one of these right here, but I'm kind of thinking what I want to do is I want to get down, get the things I need to get, and come right back is what I think I want to do. What are your thoughts on that? All right, let's do that. I'm going to just put this right here. Let me, I think, try doing a test sample, Rory, in the chat room. Bang, test sample. There we go. And do we have any coins in there? No coins in there. I don't think we have a lot of coins. All right, I'm going to maybe do a refresh on this. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this, and this is going to reload. When those come back up, Rory, feel free to say test sample or test wall. There may be other things that you can do in there. And I will be right back. And with the two things I think we need to take it to the next level. So pushing my desk out now. disconnecting.
I do love all of the things. We have fire. We have, well, certainly intense heat. We have electricity. We have electronic components. We have
Going
explosives.
off rails!
And hopefully, I think we're not going to come back from that particular view. And therefore, everything we've got in terms of coins will have been hidden. That is a shame. Never mind. Never mind. Yes, scene change will. I don't expect Mark will be particularly long. So, little time for a review. What are we doing exactly? Well, in sort of celebration to some extent of the 500 followers, we're going to arrange for a little chat room game in which people can partake and attempt to launch a meteor across certain obstacles and to have it land in the exact position that Mark's image sits within the stream. This will then trigger, by way of celebration, a certain degree of explosives, sort of indoor fireworks kind of style. And then we're going to have
Okay, Rory, I am.
real explosives, so to speak, in play. We've done on-screen graphical effects, particle effects, certainly explosions of impact, but this is real explosion in situ, in front of Mark's face. Should you be clever enough to score a point by placing your meteor exactly where it needs to be. So it's a skill game.
It is a skill game.
Yeah.
It's a totally skill game. So I found, oh, there's the other piece I was looking for right there. Okay, so good. I've got what looks like the, here, hold on. Let's go to our desk cam and view again. So I've got this. This is what I was missing. That's what I need to plug in right in here.
There we go.
So that's the piece that's going to go in there.
It's going to power your, was it USB relay, did you say?
Yeah, USB 8 USB relay. And the other piece I needed was the brand of this thing so I could look up drivers for this thing. It looks like it is SaneSmart USB 8 channel. Card for automation is what it looks like it is. Let me go do a search for that. And we'll see what that looks like.
Got one.
You got one? You want to give me a link?
Found them on eBay. Sorry, you're looking for drivers though. So
Yeah.
I'll just add that.
Or I'm looking for like an SDK for this or something. I'll
Download center of Rockwell Automation. That's not really being very specific though. That's giving me which country are you in first.
All right, let's see here. SaneSmart, SAINSMART, USB 8 channel. A relay board, got it. Okay, and then I want like an SDK or something. Something allows me to work with this thing, or maybe I should have just put in C#. Let me put this up on this monitor right here, and let me give you a view of that monitor. I'm going to switch over here like this so you can see what's going on. And did I put, let me put in C# here. See if I can find something like that. Okay. Uh-oh. Source code provided. I didn't get any source code. I just opened this baby up. You saw me. There was nothing else in there. All right, so let's see. Wait, let's just open this up. Where are you taking me to here? Okay. Hold on, I think we're close. Document, download link. That's what I'll take right there. Did we not get anywhere though? What just happened?
Let's open up a new tab again. Does it, is that a side effect? Did it download and then just dump you onto a page as well?
Where is it? I want to see what it is. It's just taking me to the main. Oh, that's disheartening. Okay, so I would agree at this point that the source code provided is quite terrible. It's getting me right. It's just basically, that's it. That's all it's getting me. So, okay, that might be a dead end. Let's see where else we can go. Yeah, sometimes this happens on the, you know, when you don't prep in advance. I've got a the specification is just all there. So what do we got here? So I have a part number 2 here. Let's try typing this in. It's 000 looks like Z7 UXAB. Let's see if we get nothing found. Let's see if nope, didn't like that. Okay. So back over here. All right, well, anyway, let's keep reading. I need to send the argument command app exe. Wow. Let's take a look at what's going on here. What are they using? Only those. Is a new process. Oh, interesting. Command app.exe. Where's the command app? All right, so give me that.
Yeah.
Whoops. I typed in command app and it said, no, you want commands. Let's try that again. Command app. Wow. It's really not wanting me to. Nothing found for command app. Okay.
The Michael Jolly is raiding with a party of 3. Welcome, the Michael Jolly and all co-conspirators. You join us in a stream where we are attempting to ascertain how to send programmatic commands to an 8-way relay, a USB relay. We are going to use said relay to trigger some micro explosions at the end of a chat room participating game, wherein the idea is to land a meteor pretty much on Mark's head.
And
give
then
or
we
take
blow
a few pixels.
And so if you, in the video game, score a point, in real life, little mini explosive will go off.
Yeah. Challenging bit seems that whilst we have the relay, there doesn't seem to be any obvious instructions as how to send instructions to it. So we're doing a little bit of an internet scan here, looking for any information we can.
No, this is something different. Okay, sorry. Okay. Oh, man. Did not think I would be hit so hard, smacked down so hard so quickly. What are we going to do here? Like SDK? What you got for me, Sane Smart? No, that's not what I want. Shop, learn rewards. What is going on? Where are your... Okay, let's go back to the relay board. So we've got something close to this. It's not 5 volt. I think, or maybe it is 5 volt, now that I think about it. Yeah, because it's USB powered, I guess, right? But then I have a separate, so then I have a separate power supply right up on the top here that I'm going to use to feed through and burn the nichrome wire. So I won't be doing that through the USB. Okay, so even here would be useful if we could find, what's learn going to do for me? Manual? Ooh, this could be good. Let's open it up. All right, saved a folder. All right. Let's put it in my, I think I'm going to put this, I feel like I want to create a new project for this, Rory. I think I'm going to do that.
Okay.
And we'll see kind of where we end up going with this right here. So here's Twitch. Let's new folder. I'm going to call it Micro Explosions.
Sounds good.
No, remote
The only thing that
destination.
slightly concerns me here is there any possibility that that the device is not intended to be instructed directly from a PC and that we're maybe supposed to plug it into like an Arduino or a Raspberry Pi, that kind of thing?
I hope not. That would also be something that would stop us dead. But let's unpack it here. And let's see what we get. And it's not going to open up that folder for me. Is that right? I'm going to go find that. There we go. Okay, we got the folder open. Okay, so 8 relay module. Looks like Explorer is a little slow here. Let's go back. 8 relay module. All right, 8 channel relay and 8 relay module. All right, there we go. So both of those are open. Let's take a look at what we've got here. Yeah, okay. I kind of can see that from the board, guys. Which one is that? So the module didn't open? Is that what's going on? Give me something. Oh my God, guys.
That's a little more
Wait, data
detail.
I got a data sheet, but I'm not sure that that's what I want here. But let's see what happens. Oh, wow, bad news all over the place. Here's the data sheet, guys. This is what it looks like right here. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me show it to you so you can see it. There's my data sheet right there. So sorry about that. I just realized my broadcast, the stream broadcast was not showing you what I was looking at. So anyway, here's what I've got in the 2 documents I downloaded. I've got this one, which is, not much, and this one, which is similarly not much. That's all I'm getting is these 2 pieces right here, which isn't really helping me. I need an SDK. I need a software interface for this. What's this? README says this following. So I am at this point totally in agreement so far. I still have no command app, though. I've got to find the command app for this.
It is strange. It does seem to suggest, certainly from the other, was it the Stack Overflow post that you had, that somebody had been shipped or given some source code or an executable that could be run via source code. I guess in sort of high-level principles, I've never worked with anything USB in terms of programming before, but presumably it is a reachable port, like, just COM1 and your mouse and whatever.
So maybe I don't need...
Having got a reference to that port, we can send data of the right kind to it, and effectively that becomes instructional. But it is
maybe that's
very much a guess.
Yeah, maybe I just need this is all I need.
We need some way of identifying which of your USB devices this was, but other than that, I don't know. Sounds vaguely plausible.
.NET library for that, sharp USB lib. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm feeling like we're getting close. Let's do this. We're going to create...
Of all the non-options we've had so far, that sounds like the most plausible.
Hey, at least I feel like I can work with that. So let's come in here. We are running right now. I think I'm going to... what am I going to do? Am I going to shut this baby down? I think I'm going to shut this down and we're going to create a new app. And we'll start up just Mr. Announcer Bot, things like that. I think some of the things that are working will still continue to work. So let's try that. So let's get the pieces that are running and close them down. Closing. And closing Mr. Announcer Bot. And what else is still running? I'm not seeing it. Let's just kill it. Kill everything here. Oh wait, no, is it shutting down? Maybe not. Okay, so we're going to stop debugging there. Killing Chrome, and I'm also going to start up Mr. Announcer Bot separately. Mr. Announcer Bot is up and running. So Mr. Announcer Bot is with us, and we're going to come in here and we're going to create a new standalone app, I think, or should we integrate it into our overlay manager? So our overlay manager is what does it powers the pages for the drone game, for the dragon, the Dungeons and Dragons overlay that we've been working on in the show, and both the front and back layers for that. So this is a place where we could put this code. We could put this in here. I'm just wondering if it's safer to have a separate app that is only started up if I say to start it up, as opposed to just happening all the time, I think is the question that I currently have.
You could hypothetically also have specific commands you only can issue, which would turn on or turn off the state which it would listen to these new commands. So less projects, but slightly more complexity in this one.
Yeah, no, I gotcha. I'm kind of okay with that, I guess. I guess let's put it in here for now, and then we think about taking it out later. I think we'll do that because we've got, although wait, if I put it in its own, then we can also put Signal R in that one as well and kind of demonstrate that. It's kind of a good learning experience
Yeah,
to kind
fair
of
enough.
do that as well. So I think I'm leaning towards that direction. It's a little more work on our side, but it's a standalone piece. It's got the Signal R receiver in it, all of that. So let's say we're going to create a new project. And we're going to make it, I guess, a .NET standard. Or wait. Is there a console app? I'm totally forgetting how to create a console app in here. Windows Desktop, console app. There we go. All right, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so this is going to be our, I'm going to call this the remote detonator. Like that is what I think I'm going to be calling that. And we'll use framework 4. And okay. So now I've got that remote detonator. Now let's go in and see if we can find something to help us connect and talk to USB devices. We're still going to have to figure out the, we're going to have to figure out what we're supposed to send and how to do that. So that's going to be a little tricky.
Yeah.
Too. USB. What can I find here? Cross-platform USB library written in C#. Okay, there's one. It's access to microcontroller with USB for all firmware. Do I have that in this? Yeah, I'm still like, I'm kind of, what is this
So
command
this-
app.exe?
Yeah, I don't know. It depends how it's going to interpret it, but there's an argument, a string there he was attempting to send to the app. Now, either that gets translated before the information then hits the USB, or possibly those characters are part of what he's trying to send directly to the USB. So
yeah,
it's a little tricky.
I want to go to just, I want to just see this. Is this like he's also got a real interesting path to this, just C backslash. Yeah, I don't think this is necessarily a Windows file. Wait, no, yeah, I'm not seeing any real matches to that. If that was something shipping with Windows, we would see more hits on that. So I think this is something that he got with some software that this person, whoever they are, Jesse, got with some software. Oh, look at this. Please, will this open?
Ooh.
Wait.
Oh, so SaintSmart may have some presence on GitHub.
Wait. Oh, yeah? I'll take
Well,
that.
there was a reference to the, that's what that is. That somebody's got well, maybe not their personal presence, I suppose. But although, having said that, I see a SaintSmart user.
So
Although not a great deal of activity.
Okay, this is a little bit of insanity to me. This is some C source code here.
Okay.
Are you looking at my screen or are you having another
I'm looking at yours, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at that. So it's poor wrapping, obviously, because that's going to allow itself to go all over the place. But
there might be something in here
see.
that we can find. But I'm going to have to format this so I can read it a little faster. So that is what I got when I clicked that other link. Where was it? Down in this thread here. Not there, apparently. What's going on? Why are you taking so long to refresh? It was this one right here. I've tried using this code, but it does not work for me. Okay, well, there still might be a clue. Yeah, this command app.exe is I think an elusive thing, but I think it allows you to. I think what it allows them to do is type these things in. We need to kind of get around that, figure that out. We also need to figure out wait, hold on. Will Bennett's saying, I did a code for X10 and Insteon USB devices, and I'm pretty sure I only used the system.io ports.serial port. Okay, that's great. Now we just need to figure out what commands we have to send to actually do something with it.
Yeah.
This is looks like some sort of interesting command here. This looks like an ID of the board almost, is what that looks like to me, right? I'm trying to figure out.
So I've got a link here. I don't know how useful this is. One I'm exploring is somebody's project on GitHub, but it's a SaneSmart USB Relay 8, and it's C#. Or at least it's certainly appearing to be.
All right, let's take a look at that.
So you dive into the SaneSmart USB Relay 8 folder, and there's a main CS, I think it is, which, you know, looking through it, not a million miles from the kind of stuff.
Where do you get
They're
USB?
definitely talking about.
Oh, look at this USB Relay 8 driver.
Okay.
That looks valuable. Let's see if we can find that. Is that his or is that? Where are we hitting that?
He's got a DLL and a license in a parallel folder, FTD2XXNet.
All right, I'm going to take
So
that.
possibly.
I think it's in there. This might be it. Right there.
Can use conjunction with this. There it's parts. Products based on FTDI parts. I'm not sure what FTDI is.
All right. So, oh wait, that's not saving the. Hold on. I want to save the DLL. Save target as. Try that. Where are you? All right. Still saving it out. It's an HTM when I get there, I guess. I guess I need to click on it and get to download from this thing, right? Download that one right there. And let's copy that and put it in a new folder. Come on. All right. Putting this in Dropbox, in my Twitch folder, and in my new project folder, remote detonation. Is that where I'm going to do it? No, I'm not going to put it there. Hold on. I'm putting it in CodeRushed. This is where my source is right here, Mr. Announcer Bot. Here's the remote detonator. And I'm going to maybe create a new folder here called, I don't know, lib, I guess, like that. We'll put it inside there. Got a dog who's really serious about something outside.
Yep.
I'm wondering if my wife might be outside and the dog is like secretly saying, she's doing it. He's doing it.
The dog's grassing you up.
Get in here now.
Dude,
He's going to blow us up.
check out the chat room.
The driver is in USB relay driver CS. Let's go take a look at that. Let's go look at that. Namespace. Okay. All right. Cool. All right, so let's take that. Let's grab that and see what we got with that.
So if for any reason that doesn't work out, I found another one that may be interesting. It says this project helps you to use or test USB relays, no driver needed, and plugs as HID to Windows. So may be useful, but it won't tell us, of course, what to send to it. So that's the second problem we still have to solve anyway.
Okay. Well, we will. We're working our way through it. All right. So let me just take that code that we have there. Yeah, it does need this. It's using ftd2xx.net. Let's see if we can add a reference to that. And browse. Browse. And work my way back over. Let me go see if I can find that. Do I have that folder open anywhere else? How close am I here? Twitch, close, but not all the way. CodeRushed, Mr. Announcer Bot, remote detonator. That's where I want to be, right there. And then inside the lib folder there. Really? Why is that taking so long to paste? Okay, stunning. And lib, and there. That's what I want to reference. Okay, good. All right, now let's see if this cleans itself up a little bit over here. Expecting that to go away. Nice. That went away. Okay. To do, add ability to add relay device by serial number. Oh, cool. Add ability to set a relay by serial number and relay number. That's CodeRushed, by the way, telling me that that is, needs to be, it's a misspelled word. Okay. Interesting. It's not getting rid of all those extra carriage returns inside of there. So what do we have? Got some exception messages. Class USB relay 8. Not public. It's got a public constructor, but it's not public. Interesting. Okay. All right. Okay, so there's some code there. Let's start moving stuff out into their own class. Move type to file. We're just going to start cleaning this up. I'm going to take out this region after I guess after I move all these out. Move type to file. 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 And just realized we're bringing these comments across all the time every time we do this. All right. And that's all our exceptions. Good. Okay, so we cleaned all those up. Let's do this. These extra spaces are driving me crazy. Let's look for, like, see if we can find a carriage return. I want 2 of these carriage returns right here. All right, looking for 2 of those in a row. Carriage return line feed. And return with, replace with just 1 like that. 52 occurrences. What's wrong here? What is this really?
Is it the other way around? Is it /r/n?
That's probably it.
And 2 of those.
There we go. That's what it is. Okay. Thanks, Rory. All right.
I can honestly never remember which way around those 2 are. I deal with them so rarely, but
no, awesome.
Hey, if it doesn't work one way around, you try the other.
All right, I'm going to make this public. I'm like, I don't get why this is private. I'm going to take it to the next level and make it public. All right, so we've got this USB class relay right over here. Let's jump back over into the where we were. It was a different one. This one. Okay, so we've downloaded the DLL. Let's look at the main. What's happening in the main here? Because I think there's probably not a lot else going on.
So we create a new USB relays object, which we can then iterate through by the look of it.
Yeah.
Quite nice.
Opening the device for each device in relays.device serial numbers. Yeah, let's copy this code and we'll throw it in and we'll start playing with it is what we'll do. It's right there.
I wonder if we're lucky enough, will it actually mean serial number as in the number that you read out earlier that you found on the device?
I don't think so. I think that maybe, but I don't think so. We'll see what happens. All right, so let's go back over into, let's come over here. Let's go into, what is class 1? Class 1, I want to rename this as well. So let's rename file to match type. So we've got this starting to look good out here. Let's come in here. Let's create a new folder. Add a new folder, and we're going to call this exceptions. So we'll get those all in there. In the right, move all these exceptions like that. Okay, just getting some organization in here.
Yep.
And
Hugo Dahl in the chat room's giving us a nice tip there. Never remember the order of carriage return line feed. Well, there's carriage return, R for return, and line has the letter N in it. So carriage return line feed helps you with the physical order of those 2. That's quite
Hugo rocks.
yeah, Hugo rocks. Thanks, Hugh. Great point. Thank you for that. Okay, so what do we got here? Oh, this is the thing we were in before. What do I have on the clipboard here? Oh, it's that code right here. I don't want to put it here. I want to put it maybe in program, class program for now. We'll see, and we'll kind of move stuff around, see what happens here. Okay, so let's use the driver. Relay controls. What is going on with relay controls?
So I think they're trying to make a little device where you can send things via a WinForms app and just turn things off and on via checkboxes.
Yeah.
So he's actually making a checkbox list to represent the various relays.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. The designer, oh, this is a WinForms class right here is what this is. And I just want to see if I can get a sense of what the data he's got in here without actually creating and opening up. So he's got, okay, so he's got his device count here. TB is text box, I guess. Somewhere up above, we should see that is where what it's declared as. Oh, here it is. Okay, so TB is text box. Okay. And let's go back and see what he's using in here. He's got the list of checkboxes for the relay controls. The text on checkbox 1 is just checkbox 1. Let's see what's going on with this. Where else is this showing up? We're adding the checkboxes. Oh, we're building them. He's going to build those
Right.
manually.
So he built a list of checkbox, but then he's actually going to construct the checkboxes one by one as he discovers devices in the USB relays.
Got it. Okay, cool. So instead of maybe doing that, we're going to create a class called relay, I think, and we're going to put some data in that depending on what we want to put in, depending on what he's collecting here. So I'm going to change this to a list of relays right here. Let's go back and jump in here. Make that be a new list of relays. And we're adding a new relay, so we're going to pop that in here. And let's rename this. I'm hitting F2 to rename. Looks like I had my function lock key on. Okay, so we're going to call this relay, like that. And interesting, we got a tag, so that's going to be its index. Let's change that to index right there, I think. And checked changed. Ooh, that's when we want to send something out. I don't think we need to deal with that at all. Let's come in here. Now let's start adding these properties right here. So we'll come in here. We're going to declare that property is auto-implemented. Pop it right there. Jump back. Do the same thing. Declare that property as auto-implemented. Pop it there. Jump back. And this last one, declare it also as auto-implemented. And there we go. So we've got our relay built right there. Let's move that to its own file. We've typed a file. So there you can see it showing up over in our over in the project, the Solution Explorer over there. There's our relay class.
Yep.
And we don't need this at all. Right there. Will Bennett is collecting the coins. We got to tie some sort of prize or something to that, getting those coins in there. All right, so collecting those coins. We don't have anything there yet. Okay, so we're going to say it relays is new USB relays. And just to confirm, oh yeah, I realized, what I was assuming this was private because I was dealing in, and I made it the one up here because I was thinking about, what was I thinking about? I'm not sure what I was thinking about there. But I just assumed in this case, but of course it's internal because that's the default visibility.
Right. And of course this was all inside the one project, so it only needed to be visible internally.
Yeah. So I'm okay with that. This is going to be my device count right here. So let's change this. Let's do a couple things in here. I have a strong suspicion we don't need these, and so we can remove that unused parameter right there. And we similarly do not need the event args as well. So let's get rid of those two. Let's just call this connect, like that, to the relays. I want to start moving stuff around, I think. I want to start, well, do I or not?
probably a good time to mention I've got about 5 minutes left myself. Unfortunately, I'm being whisked away for other things.
Okay, Rory, no worries.
But yeah, surely that'll be the case. I'm pretty confident about this, I have to say. I think it's nice that they've got this USB relays facility. The very fact that we're able to iterate through something and then get the device serial numbers, we can at least look at that information, compare it with anything we already have, and use it as a mechanism for trying to figure out which of these is the one we want. At which point, there seems to be any number of ways to send that information out, and I'm betting that there'd be no point having this information unless we were able to communicate back with it. So
yeah, Rory,
it seems pretty good.
As usual, I love your optimism. This is what you're bringing to the show. He's always like, Mark, I got to go. You're on your own, but I'm sure you can do it. He's like Batman and I'm Robin, and the bad guys are all about to come. So
you got this. It's fine.
Looks like Riley Dom is now following. I can't quite tell. Looks like Will Bennett was blocking the Will Bennett's meteor was blocking the name. Thanks for the follow. I certainly appreciate that. Okay, Roy. So let's do this. Let's give away copy CodeRushed while you're here, and then we'll keep going.
The following, as Riley Don just has, is how you get yourself into the draw for a copy of CodeRushed, which we give away every single session. Every single
CodeRushed
Tuesday, Wednesday,
giveaway.
There you go.
That's right.
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And normally we give away, I think in the shows you don't listen to, we give away.
It's a brand new car.
It's
CodeRushed giveaway.
Today's winner is, look for it, coming down from the menu.
Blue awning.
Blue awning. Blue awning. I will DM you on Twitch and. By the way, Bobby, what part was loud? It's a brand new car was loud? Because I need to know which one of those, because I can adjust the sound on these individually. And Rory, if you can actually note the time, send me a note. I can go back and listen to the show, come in here and find that. I apologize for that auth 0, Bobby. That was the car one and the previous one. Okay. Riley Dom says, is it Dom Dorn? Riley Dom, I think, says congrats. Just thinking the same thing. Kabuki Badger says, thanks so much. Okay, so we'll adjust that. Can you give me a note on that, the car and the previous CodeRushed giveaway? I will turn those down for the next time. I'll check the volume on those. Okay, we need just some statics down here. And static here. And I'm just using the CodeRushed template ST and then hitting the space bar and it just finishes the rest for me like that. Okay, so let's see what else we've got in here. So we've got this. This is the combo box. The relays.serial numbers is interesting. I kind of want to send this out and let's go look at what those serial numbers are. What are those? It's a list of strings. So I think what I want to do is, instead of do this, I think I want to do for each device serial number in there, and then I want to do a console log right there. Wait, not CLCW for right line, CW. There we go, for right line. And I want to say, I think I just want to pass in the serial number to it is what I want to do. Maybe give it a little bit of an indent and do that. And then up here, do a console right line as well and say, we're going to say serial numbers. Right? Roy, you still with us or did you leave? Okay, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, just FYI, we're gonna bake these between now and tomorrow. Those should be done and probably have holes drilled through them. I expect tomorrow we'll be doing some soldering and wiring things up and doing some hair-raising tests of the nichrome wire, hair raising, because I don't want to burn myself at 400 degrees Celsius, right? In the process of building these detonators. Holy cow. All right, Rory, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks so much, buddy. All right. Yeah, Rory is so helpful. I'm noticing the test rainbow isn't working because I think we don't have the overlays. Is that what it is? Nothing is running up here except for Mr. Announcer, but I don't have the overlay manager, so I think those things are not going to work is what I'm thinking. Oh, wait, hold on, though. I'm a CodeRushed winner. I do see the Dragon Front overlay. Let me switch back to the other one. Yeah, it looks like you're going to get a shot at these things working as soon as this overlay loads. Okay, so what else do we have? So there's my serial numbers right there. Let's do a write line after that as well. We're just going to send an empty string out. Whoops. Do I need, is it optional? Yeah, it looks like I can just do that. Okay, cool. We don't need that. And create relay checkboxes. FLP relays controls dot clear. I think that's something on the form. We don't need that. I believe, yeah, we don't. So we can get rid of that. We can get rid of this. Update relays, the serial number. So let's change that to something we pass in. Controls. Get relays, relay controls. This is going to be a relay. And relay number, oh, interesting, is equal to tab index. Okay, we're going to, why do we want relay number here? Mask is equal to this. If mask and values, what's the values? Those are the get relays call to see what their positions are. This is updating the checkboxes based on the call out there to get it, is what that looks like it's doing. So what I want to do is I want to do something like this. I want to say this into relay. I'm going to say this is equal to 0, I'm guessing. And then we're going to do that. And then we're going to plus that over there. So our mask is still going to work. Our values we're getting from here, the call to get relays, which should be over in this other file, the USB relay 8 that we've got. Okay, feeling good about that. And then we need to have some sort of property. I guess we could do checked. Let's at least come in here. Let's declare it auto-implemented like that. And maybe we're going to say latched instead. Connected on. Not sure what we want to do. Let's do that. Auth0 Bobby says, this sounds like a good plan. I'm going to just say thank you for that approval right there. That we've got the approval of the chat room. We're ready to go. All right. So I don't need that because it's not really a two-way thing. I'm just holding the data in here. There is the update relay. When is update relays called? Selected index changed. So when we select a different one, we update the relays. Okay. And control changed. There's the serial number again coming out here. The CB devices.txt, that's the one that's selected. So set relay. Oh, look at this. This is kind of super cool. Relays of the serial number called, then we call in set relay on it. Nice. And then we call set relays with the values we're passing in, which is probably just it's a byte of all of those combined relay values. Good. Yep. Love it. And we're going to call device.write. Check the status, raise an exception, throw an exception if it doesn't, if it's not good. And we're actually sending stuff out to the console as well, which I'm happy about. Okay, so let's go back. Oh, wow, that was super cool. Right in, I was, look at that, the baud rate. This is exciting low-level stuff. Set the baud rate right there. That's awesome. So cool. All right, so we're actually going to be sending data across the USB, which I've never done before. Okay, so so relay control changed event. This is when we're set target relay and pass in a serial number instead. Like that. And relay is equal to the combo box dot. Oh no, that's the checkbox dot tag, is what that is. Okay, so we want to get the relay from that serial number is what we want to do. How do we get the serial number? Where are we getting the serial numbers? Relays, open device. Folks watching in the chat room, if you want to bring on a drone, you can just type in, you should be able to type in bang drone, the exclamation mark and the word drone right after it. Let's see if that was working. Yeah, there we go. There's mine right there. You can have your own drone. You can fly around, collect coins. Nothing we are giving away with coins yet, but you know, we'll talk to the powers that be and see if we can do something along those lines, create something where you can take your hard-earned coins and trade them in for something. All right, so I think maybe I'm going to comment this out. Yeah, what you got? You're just testing or no? I don't think you need a serial number. I think it's using it as a key because in multiple devices. Oh, yeah. So look at where I was about to hit this key right here, Will, because I was like, yeah, I think maybe I don't need that, is what I think. And the serial number right there. So we need the serial number for here as well. All right, let's see what we can call. We definitely need to call connect, which is good. And if we do that, we should see serial numbers if this whole thing works. So let's do this. Let's switch over into this view right here. Let's go get the plug I brought over, which is right here, this cord. And so I'm going to, I've actually got a USB extension cord that's coming over here, so you can just see everything. There's plugging in that there. And plugging this in right here, like that. So there we go, popping that in. Okay, I'm hearing sounds on my, hearing sounds that the USB says we're setting up a device. Okay, so that part feels good to me. Let's change my startup project, I think, to be only the remote detonator for now. And let's do a connect, and then let's also do a console read line. So we can, I'm waiting for IntelliSense. What's going on here? What am I not? Huh. Let's do this. Let's go back in, rebuild. What's wrong here? There we go. Okay. That was really weird. That took a while for IntelliSense to come in. Okay, so rebuilding. All right, let's just run and see if we get anything. Here you go. Whoops, let's switch over to this view so you can see it. Yeah, Will Bennett says, wait for it, blue screen of death. If the stream stops, we'll catch you tomorrow. So Connect didn't seem to do anything at all. Oh wait, here it comes. Whoa, that was stunningly slower than I expected it to be. Although now that I think about it, I did hear another beep from Windows, which I suspect might have been connected with, hey, we got the driver installed. So it may not be this, this slow next time. So here's my serial number right there. That's what my serial number is. With that, I can just make that a constant right there. So I'm going to just take that. I think I may have copied it to the clipboard. Let's just double check. Do that. I think I hit enter and it's copied. And let's get out of here. And let's now come in here and let's create a new constant of type string. So QS is going to be my constant of type string. And we're going to call this serial number. Okay, that was actually really promising and happy for me. I think we are certainly getting closer. So now, let's do this. So we're writing that stuff out, and then what I think I want to do is I want to say, let's do a console write line right here where we say, press any key to send a command. That's what I'm going to do, something like that. And then what I want to do is I want to come in and I want to say set target relay and then the value right here. So value. So I've got a serial number value, relays like that. And then I'm going to call set target relay right down here. Set target relay. And we're going to pass in our serial number. And we're going to say our value. Let's say true. Okay, cool. And to send, oh, wait. I have to know which relay I want to send. And that is from this wait. It's right here. It's the number. It's the integer number. So I want to pass that in too. So I'm just going to do a VI here, and I'm going to say relay like that. And then I'm going to rename it to relay number. Relay index probably is a better name for it. Okay, there's a relay index, serial number. Looks like I need to fix that. In fact, I could probably just use that constant because, you know, what's the point of doing it, right? Like that. All right, so set. And then we're going to say the relay number is now going to be our first piece here. So we're going to say 0 to true. To set relay 0 to true. Press any key. And then I'm going to kind of do the same thing. Press any key to set relay 0 to false. And then we're going to go do the same thing. All right. Roy was right to have confidence. All right. So with that, let's run it. And this time, much faster it came up here. So press any key to set relay 0 to true. Let me do, let's go back over here to this. Let's bring this up. Do I have, I think I might, I can't quite tell if I have LEDs on these. I might have LEDs, so you might be able to see it. We'll see if I can bring that up and get that in focus right there. We might also be able to hear it. Well, I don't know, we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna now press a key. Wait, can I do one more thing? Hold on, let me do one more thing on this, guys. I wanna bring up my top monitor here. So I'm gonna turn off the matrix rain right here so you can see right behind my head here. I'm going to pop this over to the left a bit so we can see our app running right there. And then over here, you're going to be able to see this right there. Let's see, can we get that in focus that close? Looks like no way. Maybe there. Or should I do this? Yeah, it doesn't work as well because of the blue screen in the background that I'm working on. So we'll just keep it here. We'll see what happens. Okay, so there it is. I'm now, I've got focus on the app right here. And I'm going to hit any key. I'm going to hit enter. I felt nothing, and I saw nothing. And also, wait, what's going on? Why is that not? Oh, there we go. Okay, so now I didn't feel anything at all, and I see nothing different on the board. So we're going to have to maybe we're going to have to test this. Press any key to set relay value 0 to false. And then again, I felt nothing. So I was expecting to feel the power of this, but you know what? It may be that I don't have. I need power I need to power these relays separately, I bet. So again, we have no spec for this, no instructions, but I think my next step is actually to set up the power supply, for the relay board and try again, because I have a feeling these are not clicking on their own. That's my sense, is that I need to power those up, pretty sure. So let's give that a shot. So that's my next step. Read line waits for carriage return, not any key. Right. I thought I was hitting enter, but I think I was hitting the key above it. I did have my eyes on the keyboard. So I think that might have been the problem. All right, so let's start working on this. So I'm going to be very careful about that soldering iron because it's hot. I'm going to kick into this and start getting to work here. Let me do this too. Let me move my camera off to the side. Give me a little bit more room here so I'm not blocking. And step one, oh my God. Okay, there's the cut. We made the cut. I'm going to open this up. Oh my gosh, you know what else I don't have? I don't have a mini screwdriver. That would have been something that I would have been so awesome to have gotten to bring to this. I think what I'm going to do is this then. I think that I am going to strip this and get it prepared, and then I'm going to I think I'm going to end the show because we are, we've gone for a while, and my next step is going to be to attach this here. Tomorrow's show, what we're going to do is we'll go through and we'll actually test this. Will Bennett says I can borrow a screwdriver, not using it at the moment. Fine. I'm going to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to step down and we're going to have some radio silence here for a little bit while I go walk out to the shop and grab a screwdriver set, a mini screwdriver set. And, you brought this on yourself, Will. All right, I'll be right back, guys. All right, coming back. All right, no need to loan me your screwdriver because I got it. We're here. And I think we can continue along the way of our original path.
Phew, that was close.
That was a close one, wasn't it? All right. Let's go back over here to the desk cam. Yeah, I think this is a pretty cool setup here with regards to being able to kind of see what I'm working on, seeing the code at the same time. I'm pretty happy with that. So, all right, so let's get a screwdriver. Let's bring this over. We'll start opening these up. Okay. All right, I'm going to bring this in front of me. Oops, that felt like it was not. It's a little too much. Cut through one of the wires right there, I think. So a little bit too much through. Let's try again. Mighty Mouse, here I come to save the day. Oh, you found it? Let's see what Will's found for us here. On their wiki page. Nice. Okay, good. Although I'm pretty happy that the oh, it's just a downloadable thing. Okay, fine. What is that? Okay, cool. All right, so let's hold on. So we're in the zip file. Let's copy that. And let's go out to our remote detonator. Let's create a new folder in here, call it docs. Paste it. Even code, I love it. USB 8 register one for EXE. Really? What do we got here? Open relay board. Board found. Cool. Manual mode. Relay 1 on. Off. Interesting. Is it really working without power though? Is it? I have a feeling that it needs power, and we'll start hearing clicking from these. I think these are definitely going to be, hold on one second here. I want to see what's going on with so I can get my green screen a little bit better, because I was noticing it's distracting. I think that might be, I think our code and this code are both going to work, but I'm going to I'm working on the wire right here, and work on stripping it without cutting through the inner wire. The problem is the inner wire is really soft. It's insulation coating, but the outer one is kind of resistant. So the first time I did it, I popped right through. And of course, I don't have my proper wire strippers here. They're elsewhere, also in the shop. But let's go ahead and see if we can get this gently. There we go. That makes me happier. Okay, so what do we got? We've got a white and a black. So traditionally, black is going to be a ground and our white's going to be positive, but you know, we should check. Let's go ahead and plug this in. What did I drop? Okay, not that big of a deal. Oh wow, I just dropped a super cool thing. I just realized that, you know, had I not cut this off, I could have used. It's a device to it's a device that lets me just screw in wires to the end. So kind of cool. But that's all right. I don't mind moving forward on this like we're doing. All this is going to be strapped down anyway. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to put this here. Now my walking desk has all of these areas from which I can feed plugs through. So if I move this off to the side right here, you can see one of them right here. And I'm going to just feed that through. Like that. And let's see if I can reach underneath without unplugging from everything. Feed that cord through. And then plug it in underneath the desk. Before I plug it in, where's the end of that? I want to make sure I've got those two ends in sight. There it is right there. I just want to make sure these are in sight and not going to short out when I plug it in. Okay. reaching underneath and feeling the power strip. It's plugged in. All right, next I'm going to take the multimeter, and I'm going to check to verify that white is in fact positive. Whoops, let's be very careful. I have like the world's smallest desk here, right, in which to operate. A little bit funny. Okay, so what do we got here? Let's measure some voltage, and I'll put it at 10 volts right there. And all right, let's see what we got. I'm not seeing any motion at all on this when I try to measure that. I wonder if I have it on the right setting on here, right? It is. Yeah, I'm not, I'm looking at the, yeah. I should definitely be expecting to see something, unless I'm wondering, is it measuring AC current instead? I mean, AC voltage instead? Is that what it's expecting? I guess I can throw it over here and give this a shot as well. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I guess I was measuring AC. That was AC, and this looks like it's DC over here. Okay, so because the meter is moving to the side here, I'll bring this up a bit to make sure you can see it. See if I can balance this on my arm here. Right in there. So there's the meter. I think you can kind of see it. And when I touch the ends, let's get this. Really? I feel like I almost deserve that. Okay, here we go, one more time. Do that and come over here. I need clips on the end. Now it's not moving at all. That's really weird. Oh, I have an idea on why it might not be moving. There we go, so it's moving now. I think one of these connectors is bad, but there, I think, can you see it moving or no? It is moving. You'll have to just trust me. I don't think I can get you a view of this and show you at the same time. Can I? Right, let's try there. I think you might be able to do it. There we go. Okay, so because the meter's moving to the right, I know that this white is positive and the black is negative. So now I'm going to reach underneath and grab that cord again, which I think, if I'm recalling correctly, which one is it? I think it's that one. Okay, so it looks like it's unplugged now. We can verify that. In fact, I'm not going to verify it. I'm going to actually just, what I should have done is I should have unplugged this piece right here, right there. And now we're unplugged, and I'm just touching it real quickly to make sure there's no charge left in that. Don't do that at home, kids. And here we go. Let's put this in. So this is positive, and ground is on the left, right here. Bring that up. Ground is this one on the left, and VO, it looks like it's labeled VCC or VOC, is over on the right. So that's the high voltage one on the right. So the white one goes on the right, and the ground goes to the left. So I'm going to pop that in. It's not going in easily. I'm going to unscrew this a little more. Let's see how we're doing with that now. Still not. I wonder if my screwdriver's too small, needs to be bigger. That feels better. Okay. There we go. Both those feel better. Okay. So those are now up. All right, I'm going to cut a little bit off the edges of this. right here. All right, cool. Just pop that in. Much better. That goes in nicely. Okay, I can feel that there's a good connection there. Let's bring the positive in. This one is not gripping down. It's, for some reason, does not seem. Doesn't seem to be screwing all the way down. Yeah, that is not. I don't have a good feeling about this one. Huh. I'm kind of going to unscrew this all the way. I'm suspecting that this might be threaded a little bit. Hold on a second. I'm also see if I can get this any better with regards to the trying to get that blue screen kind of effect to drop down a bit. Let me try one more thing with the blue screen. I just want to try one more thing on that. It's not bad, I think. Okay, just trying to get rid of that gray flicker in the background from the blue screen. Okay, back over here to this screw. This I'm feeling might be, it looks like it might be a little threaded out because I had that screwdriver that was too small. I'm going to try and see if I can get it all the way undone. And if I can, I'm going to trade it for one of these other ones on the side because I don't need all of these. There we go. So that came all the way out. Yeah, I think that's the problem, is that I had the smaller screwdriver on that and messed that up. So let's grab another screwdriver. I'll grab it from the side over here. I'm sorry, let's grab another screw. I'm just going to screw this all the way. Is this seriously not coming up as well? Is this my largest, the largest head I have? No, it's not. This one right here. All right, here we go. So this is, yeah, okay, there we go. That's, I feel the grip there. Yeah, it feels like these, it feels like, well, one, I'm using the not the best screwdriver for them, but two is, it feels like these are kind of made out of a really soft metal, the screws. And Will's got a drone that's coming down. All right, so let's fit, now we're going to fit this in here. Okay, that's in. Let's screw that down. There we go, now it's down. And that feels pretty solidly in there. Okay, so that feels good. I'm super interested. Now what happens, let's go ahead and go back and, hold on, plug it in. Okay, and plug this in here as well. There we go, cool. We have a light that's shown up right here now. You can see right there, we've got this light down here by the power supply, right there for the relays. So the relays have power now. And let's now see if we go back to this app, if we can hear any clicks. Oh, I definitely hear that click. Here we go, let's bring this up closer to the microphone. And you'll be able to hear it. I think I'll bring it right over here, but I think you'll be able to hear it when I click them on and off. You can see the lights too. So look at the lights on this. There's that one, relay 1 on, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Love it. I kind of like too, it's got a sound that's kind of scary. I think I'll associate it with fear. We do this enough, right? If explosions are coming off right now.
Getting closer!
Yeah, we're definitely getting closer. Let's see if our app can make this thing work. I'm going to close this one down right here. We'll come back to that maybe if we have to, but if not, I'm totally happy to run with this one right here. Let's go ahead and run it and see what happens. And it's right here. Let's switch back over to the desk cam. With this over here, press an E key, which really means, as Will pointed out, press the enter key. So what do we have? Relay 0. Are these numbered? I can't tell. Oh, no, they're all off anyway. The whole board is off. So if I hold that up right there, you can see the whole board is off. I've just got one light down here for power and one light to indicate the USB. I'm going to hit enter. There. That's it right there. Relay 0 went on. Hit it again, and it went off. Nice. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, with that, I think I'm going to end the show. I think we've definitely made, step one. We have programmatic control of the relay boards. Tomorrow we'll look at the nichrome and the detonators. I'll probably have those kind of pre-built because the actual soldering of all of that is going to be, it's a little time consuming. Maybe I'll build 2 of them and then we'll build the 3rd one right there on the show. Or maybe I'll just build 1 and then, something like that, I guess. But we'll do that, and we'll really, the bulk of it, I think, of the research tomorrow is going to be to figure out how long the relay needs to be on to heat up the nichrome wire enough to get it to ignite, because I really want it on for just enough to have it blow and then turn it off, because I just don't want that hot nichrome wire up there. We also, this is like also an area of programming where we have to be incredibly careful with regards to, it's dangerous to have nichrome wire at 400 degrees Celsius heating up or getting to the point where it could, burn up. So we have to be really careful and have some sort of safety mechanisms so that yours truly doesn't get any kind of injuries, and then have, my better half come at me with, I told you no fire. What part of fire in the bedroom did not make sense to you? So yeah, my office is right outside the bedroom. We have a long bedroom, and we've got a kind of a fabric wall that separates, main part of sleep area from where I work, because I needed a relatively large amount of space for the walking desk. So we'll see. We'll see if I'm able to build something that is safe and nobody gets hurt. So I'm not listening to I told you so, I told you so, I told you so by the multitudes of people. I want to thank, I think it was Blue Awning, or congratulate Blue Awning who won. I want to thank Hugo and Will for your great contributions. Geniscu 7, great to see you out there. Auth0 Bobby, nice to see you. Kabuki Badger, good to see you as well. Glad you could make the show. Tomorrow I think we're going to be significantly closer, and then the last step is going to be we need to kind of hook up the game, and I think that's on Thursday we'll be done. So and actually have it working. So thanks again, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow.